And my grandmother had the ability to look at somebody and read their star. So there are people in families who just look at you and know your destiny. And if they are not of God, they start fighting you without a cause. So you're wondering, why do all my uncles and aunties hate me? I've not done anything. Why is everything about me bad? Everybody else is good apart from me. And you're not harming anybody. You're just living your life, but everybody is involved in your life. It's because there is a star on your life. There is a star. A star symbolizes destiny. When the enemy looks at you, he is able to read the star. In the Bible, you see the three wise men. The three wise men were called the Magi, meaning the magicians. They can go and study and read and know that a star has been born and locate the star and follow it. So even in the time of Jesus, when Jesus was born, the three wise men, the people who know the spiritual things, the people who understand that life is spiritual, were able to notice that a king has been born. And they did not even just stop at noticing. They took another step. They followed the star. So what happens is, once you're born and you have a bright destiny, the enemy notices, and he does not stop at noticing. He starts following you. If you read in the Bible, they went to King Herod, and King Herod also, on hearing that a king has been born, their words he told them, he said that, go and find him. When you find him, come back and direct me where the baby is, so that I may also go and worship him. But in the actual sense, he was not interested in worshiping Jesus. He wanted to kill him. So those relatives that say, oh, beautiful, beautiful daughter, oh, handsome baby, oh, your baby is so cute. Not everybody that is praising your child is genuinely praising them. Some of them are already terrified by the star they see on the baby's life. So they want to find a way of destroying that child. And that is how my grandmother was operating. My grandmother was able to look at somebody and read the star on their lives and start planning on how to steal those stars, and then use those stars to manipulate people's lives. Remember, in the kingdom of darkness, the devil does not create blessings. He does not give destinies, but he steals from the people that are blind, the people that don't know that life is spiritual. He steals from them, and then he gives to his clients. My grandmother was a birth attendant, the local birth attendant, and then also she was very, looking at her in her real life, my grandmother was very friendly. She was very kind, not because we cannot see people's hearts.
She was kind to cover up her real intentions.
Yes. Yeah, so she was kind, and she would give, food. She would give to the poor. And then also she would greet everybody. She was very social. They know how to win people's hearts. In the kingdom of darkness, they are trained in that. They know how to win people's hearts. That's why you see, even if they are sacrificing virgins and killing people, in a way of winning back their hearts is by going and throwing money. If you really want to help a community, why not construct a hospital or a school, something that will genuinely profit them? Why go throwing money? They throw money to show that they are good, to cover up their deeds, and to steal people's stars even further. So I hope you've seen those rich men who go in the town, in the cities, and start throwing money. They are not blessing people. They are stealing destinies. That money is cursed. And then they are also blinding the city to their evil deeds. They don't want the city to notice that this is the reason as to why we are suffering. This person here is a traitor. This person here has bound the generation. This person here is sacrificing the ladies. They have dirty businesses, but the way to cover up is with money, material things. So him to labor and get frustrated, labor in vain, hustle. Nothing he would do would materialize into anything. Even if he got money, let's say, even if he got billions of money, it would take a day for him to lose everything. And the more painful it was for him, the more the family gained.
So it's possible to sacrifice somebody without them dying immediately.
Yes.
Without bloodshed.
Yes. There are some people who are sacrificed and they are suffering and they don't know.
They sacrifice an aspect of your life.
Yes. Like, for example, when they see that this person in the family is going to give birth to great men and women, they sacrifice the person's womb. So every time the person is pregnant, they miscarriage. You find a person telling you, I have miscarriaged 10 times. I have miscarriaged 11 times. And you're like, what?
And every time they miscarriaged, somebody else was promoted.
Yes. Oh, same God who delivered our family is the same God that can deliver your family. Coming from a family like ours, and now testifying and saying now I'm married. I was not supposed to be married. I was not supposed to have children. That's why every time I'm introducing myself, I introduce myself as Erica Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha or Mami Zion, to make the enemy furious, because I was not supposed to have children. I was not supposed to be married. That's what the enemy had planned for me, but God had better plans for me. So now my grandmother now took me deeper into witchcraft. She started teaching me how to steal people's stars, people's destinies. And my grandmother, as I said in the beginning, she used to pretend like she's kind. She used to love children, love, that not the real love, not the godly love, but that love of having them around her so that she can find whose star to steal and whose life to destroy.
All while appearing to be very kind to
like
children.
King Herod, just take me where the boy is so that I can also worship him. Yeah, so now because she would pose like she's helping people to have children, to conceive. After people conceive, they would bring their children to her. Like if somebody helps you to get a child, maybe you are barren, you go to a pastor. Pastor prays with you, and then you give birth, and then you take the child to the pastor. You want to show the pastor that this is what God did through your prayers. Thank you for praying for me. So one thing I observed my grandmother do, whenever they would give her the children, she would look at them from a distance. The child, you see her turning back to the parent immediately, know that child's star is great. So once she sees that this child's star is great, there is some things Ugandans know. I don't know whether but I know it's all over the world. But there are some herbs they say that we bathe this baby with herbs of blessings, with herbs of favor, herbs of this. Your child has to be favored. Your child has to be blessed. So there is one that is called Kayayana. There is one that is called Olweza. There's so many herbs. Mm-hmm. So during the time that she's birthing the children with herbs, that's the time she's going to steal their star. And then she will give the parents an empty child. Oh. An empty baby. So get what she was using the stars for. If the child is rich, she's going to have a client who's struggling financially, who has a dormant star in that area of finances. And then she will use the star of the baby on the client so that the client can go and make money and bring money to her also. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they don't have, but they steal. The Bible says he came to steal, kill, and to destroy.
Yes,
now,
John 10:10.
Yes, so you find that in that village, people are suffering, not because they are not blessed, because of witchcraft. And everywhere there is witchcraft, there is poverty. And there is one person that is shining at the expense of the others. And she would make sure to observe and monitor every family. So my grandmother now started teaching me on how people steal stars, people's destinies. And it can be stolen through sex. A sorcerer can just see you. You've gone to apply for a job. They can see that you have a bright star. And it's just a matter of time you begin to shine. So the boss will tell you, if you want employment, sleep with me. If you sleep with that boss, yes, you will get the job. but for a short time, and he will fire you and sleep with another one. For them, they are looking at stealing the stars. Once they steal your star, you're useless. So he will allow you to work like for 6 months, and then you'll be fired. Or they will transfer you to another local, maybe branch of that company. And then he will sleep with another one, do the same thing, and then transfer or fire. That's what they do. They steal. They are not blessed, but they steal the blessings from God's people, those who don't know who they are. We have to watch out. The people we interact with, what are their intentions? Not everybody that is coming to you and praising your looks. I like your looks. I like your 6-pack. I like your muscles. No, they are not liking your muscles. They are interested in your star. They can see your star. Once they are those women, once they sleep with you, they don't want to know. They are those men. I was working for some big prominent people. They would go to universities. In those universities, they look for virgin girls. How do they get the virgin girls? Through the students. You start a conversation and say, I can bet there is no virgin in here in this room. And then a virgin will say, me, I'm a virgin. And the others will say, no. So when they are laughing at her and she's insisting, you know that this one is a real virgin. Then those ones are the ones we befriend, and then now we would take to the parties. And when we take them to the parties, these guys are there to fund us, give drinks, give everything they need to eat. Some of them are coming from Christian families.
So these poor souls, they think they've come to party.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these ones are throwing a party in order to trap the lost souls. And I think that's what every club is.
Yes.
It's a trap.
Yes. And they are looking at this guy who's throwing money, you know, and then what happens next? I disappear. And because they are now comfortable with these guys, because they have seen money and they are drunk, they'll go with them. Once these men sleep with them, they have taken their star. They will give them some money, maybe 500,000, even if it's $1 million. What is $1 million compared to your destiny? So that's how they are living. You see them flashing and throwing money in the clubs. They are not happy.
You don't know the details of that contract.
Yes. They do that to attract these innocent souls who want shortcuts in life. And I just thank God for the other opportunity, the second chance he gave me to see and know that, you know, this is not the way. You can prosper, but the right way, you know. You don't need to sell yourself to get material things. You don't need to sell somebody. You don't need to steal somebody's star. God can make you prosper, and the blessings that the Lord gives make rich and add no sorrow. But those so-called, they're not even blessings. Those so-called riches that the people of the world have, oh my God, they have beds, but they cannot sleep on those beds. They have money, but they cannot eat food. They only drink. That's how they live. They only drink, they smoke, they are shouting at everybody. They don't want to see anyone happy because they themselves are not happy. You may not be at the level that the enemy had put our family. Maybe you people were not transforming. Maybe you have not performed witchcraft and you're suffering. Everybody knows what they are going through. I just want to encourage you. God is on your side. Greater is he that is in you than the devil that is in the world. Don't despise yourself. Don't look down on yourself. Don't give up. Don't commit suicide. Don't commit suicide. Our family is back. My dad is now a pastor. My mom is now a pastor. They are serving God. My children will serve God. Me and my husband and my family, we are serving God. Their grandchildren, Tim's parents, are also serving God. God has changed the story. He has changed my story from sorcerers to servants of God. I just don't take that for granted. I don't take it lightly. I want to encourage you. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. I've seen the hand of God in my life. I've seen God restoring everything that the enemy had stolen from me. I have seen God cover the shame that the enemy had placed on me.